as you know, the world entered a nuclear winter 2 days ago. And I'm not sure that anyone else survived. Well, I guess the Mayans were right. The world did end. Luckily, I was able to build myself shelter before the zombies started coming. This is my new home. It's small, but quaint. It's large enough that I should be able to survive for at least a few days. I'm going to post this video, but I don't know if anyone will ever see it. Well, goodbye. Day 4. Now, I think I heard zombies. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm so sorry. They're coming! Day 5. Well, today's Christmas, so Merry Christmas to all of you who aren't dead. I believe that's most of the world because there wasn't really an apocalypse. Yeah. This was fun though. I had fun pretending there was an apocalypse. Might have gotten a bit of frostbite, but I built an igloo. That was fun. I also slid down a really big hill. Yeah, I gotta say, at 17, 3 feet of snow is still a lot of fun. There's a lot you can do. Such as build an igloo, slid down a really big hill, build snowmen. Didn't build any snowmen though. Darn, I forgot to build snowmen! Oh well. I can do that next time. Merry Christmas! Thought we'd have a bit of a change of scenery today. A bit more festive. You know, I don't really feel festive yet. Give me a moment. There we go. That's a bit more festive. So, I thought I'd show you some of the stuff I got today. Show off, you know. You're gonna like this one. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Then my sister got it for me. I like her a lot right now. Normally she's a bit annoying, but this makes everything better. Oh, and Doctor Who book. Doctor Who book 2. Doctor Who book 3. That's it. There's only 3. But I have some reading to do. And might I say, it's about time. I mean, 50 years. And he hasn't been on it once. This is the first time. Anyways. Oh. And I got this. It will steal your soul. No. It's not really a ruby, it's my birthstone, but it's pretty cool. It's kind of a Egyptian Celtic cross thing. I don't know. If you know what it is, you can tell me. So on to the promised holiday history. I think we'll start out with the obvious one, Christmas. Christmas is a holiday that is celebrated by Christians to celebrate the birth of Christ. Christmas has traditionally been a very rambunctious holiday, but in recent years it has become more of a solitude and a family matter. Now, it's still quite common to have Christmas parties, and they can become quite rambunctious, but you don't see the massive drunken crowds in the streets like you used to. This change from a big public holiday to more of a family holiday happened in the 1700s and 1800s. A lot of the traditional Christmas ideas that we think of now are relatively new, such as Santa Claus, Christmas trees, even Christmas carols. Christmas carols arose from singing in church. The idea of decorating Christmas trees arose in Central Europe and eventually migrated to England and America. Now, Santa Claus arose from a marge-podge of three different people: Saint Nicholas, the Dutch Sinterklaas, and Odin. Now, the idea of the jolly fat fellow in the red suit with the sack of toys is relatively new, but it's caught on fast. My family has several Christmas traditions. We almost always set up a Christmas tree. We give out presents, of course. We usually open up one on Christmas Eve, which is most likely going to be pajamas, and then we open up the rest Christmas morning. On Christmas Day, we go to my grandparents' house and have Christmas dinner, which we actually have during lunchtime, but that's so we can eat twice the Christmas food. We don't usually go caroling, but we do go to church for our Christmas service, and we do sing Christmas carols there. Another big tradition comes to us from our German roots. We make Spritz cookies, which are delicious. They're mostly butter, so you can imagine. Now, many people know, but not all people know, that Christmas is really an arbitrary day. It's not the actual birth of Christ. Nobody actually really knows when Christ was born. It was moved to that day because of two reasons. The first is to match up with other pagan holidays. It was used to, in a way, brush away those holidays without actually getting rid of them. It just used the festivities to promote itself. The other reason is for the same reason that the pagans were celebrating during this time. It's around the winter solstice, which is the darkest day of the year. They wanted to bring a little bit of light, and what better than the birth of your Savior, bringing light into everyone's life. So, the date was moved to December 25th. Now it's time for Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a non-major Jewish holiday that is celebrated in the winter time. Hanukkah is celebrated to remember the Hanukkah miracle. This miracle occurred shortly after the Jewish people retook the Second Temple. Now, the miracle is that they only had enough untainted oil to light their candle for one day. However, they were able to make it last for 8 days until they found more oil. To celebrate Hanukkah, each night a family will light a candle on an either 8 or 9 candelabra, known as a menorah. The candle, which may or may not be in the center, is known as the helper candle. It is not representing one of the days of Hanukkah, but it is used to light a candle each night. Each night, one new candle is lit. The first, 1 candle is lit. The second, 2. The third, 3. And so on until the 7th day, when all the candles are lit. Now, it is not a tradition to give out gifts on Hanukkah, but as it lies so close to Christmas, it has become a tradition, at least in North America, to give out gifts on either one or all of the days of Hanukkah. These gifts could be small presents or candy. Now, in keeping with the theme of the miracle with oil, many of the foods that are eaten during this time are fried in oil. 2 of these fried foods are potato pancakes, called latkes, and small jelly-filled donuts, known as sufganiots. Another common tradition among children is to play with a dreidel, which is a 4-sided top with a different symbol on each side. These symbols tell the children what to do. It may be to add to the pot, take half of the pot, or take the entire pot. It really does sound like a lot of fun. Now, I'm Christian, so I don't celebrate Hanukkah, but they've got the right idea with these fried foods. On to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is an African-American holiday celebrated between Christmas and New Year's Day. Kwanzaa was created in 1966 by Dr. Malana Karenga. It was created during the Civil Rights Movement as a way of unifying the African-American people. Now, it's not a religious holiday. It's more of a celebration. It's to bring the African-American people together. It has 7 principles which help to do so. These principles are represented by the 7 candles. The black candle in the middle represents unity. The 3 red candles represent self-determination, collective work and responsibility, and cooperative economics. The 3 green candles opposite represent purpose, creativity, and faith. In addition to the candle holder, known as a kinara, and the 7 candles, 5 other symbols are placed on an altar. These symbols are the crops, which can be fruits, nuts, or vegetables, a placemat, an ear of corn, the unity cup, and gifts. Now these gifts are not normal gifts. They're more personal. They're special because they've been homemade, and they represent the 7 principles. They're not something that was hastily bought in the rush of the holidays. As I mentioned earlier, the unity cup is another major symbol. It is passed around to each member of the family and they take a sip. Some of the contents is also poured out to honor the family's ancestors. Kwanzaa is derived from the Swahili phrase Mutanda ya Kwanzaa, meaning first fruits. The name was altered to have 7 letters by adding an extra A to the end of the word Kwanzaa. I hope you enjoyed this special holiday video. I'll have another video up next week. Now, I don't know that I'm getting into a swing of doing a video every week. We start up school again next week, so I don't know that I'll be having enough time. But I will definitely have another video up 2 weeks after the next one. Got this nice little lantern in here. That's nice. Sheds a lot of light. Makes it easy to see in here. Little lantern. Oh! It also does this. Press once. Nothing. Press twice. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a rave in here. Uh-huh. It's a red rave. Yeah. Can you feel it? Red rave. Red rave. Red rave. Red rave. Red rave. Uh-huh. Ooh.